A man called Amoroso is a TikTok user from Mexico who we have covered before on the Haunted Frequency. He used to live a completely normal life, but his world was turned upside down when his home became the target of intense, aggressive paranormal activity. If you remember from our last video, he captured footage of a mysterious woman standing outside his house at night. Amoroso firmly believes this woman placed a dark black magic curse on his home and his family. Yesterday, on April 5th, 2026, he posted a brand new update that proves the nightmare is far from over. After hearing strange noises coming from his living area, he pulled out his phone and started to record.
Estoy viendo la televisión. Sí, es un poco tarde, pero se escucha bastante ruido allá. Y el detalle es que mi esposa está en la planta alta con los niños durmiendo. Miren el sillón cómo se está moviendo. Ya son la 1 de la madrugada, amigos. Ya la verdad me estoy poniendo bastante nervioso. Se estaba moviendo clarito, se estaba moviendo, entré y se dejó de mover, vean. Oigan los golpes. Ya empezaron los golpes. Esto sí está muy cañón. La verdad sí me pone bastante de nervios esto. Como si alguien anduviera en la cocina, amigos. Pero la verdad, no sé. No sé si acercarme o no, amigos, la verdad. ¿Quién anda ahí? No mames, güey. Miren. A la virga, güey. A la virga. ¿Qué fue eso? A la madre. No mames. No digas mamadas. No mami, gente. Se me eriza la piel, cabrones. No mames. ¿Qué chingas a toda tu madre, güey?
When we break down this footage, the sheer volume of activity is completely overwhelming. At first, the dark room is just quiet and deeply unsettling. Seeking some comfort, Amoroso reaches out and flicks on the living room light. The sudden illumination reveals a wooden rocking chair swaying back and forth completely on its own, with absolutely no one near it. As he films the empty chair, a sudden loud banging erupts from his front door. He manages to keep his cool and steps into the hallway to investigate the noise, but the rocking chair immediately begins swaying again. Startled by the movement, he freezes. Then, a distinct, chilling laughter echoes directly behind him. Now fully in a state of panic, his attention is drawn to a noise at the front window. He points his camera through the glass and captures a dark shadow figure standing outside in the dead of night, just staring into his home. Terrified, Amoroso turns and sprints for the stairs, but as he runs, that same sinister laughter echoes right behind his neck, just before the video cuts out completely. So, what do you think? The TikTok account Cosmic.Witness normally spends their time looking up at the night sky, searching for signs of alien life. Lately, however, the unknown has found its way directly into their bedroom. Using a static security camera, they have captured multiple instances of what they describe as astral beings invading their personal space. We are going to look at two different captures of these bizarre entities. In the first piece of footage, A small white figure darts across the bedroom at an incredible speed. The camera barely catches it before it is gone. In the second video, the activity escalates. The exact same entity appears again, but this time, it violently launches itself directly from the bed, tearing across the room in a blur of motion. When the footage from the first clip is slowed down, you can see the entity physically shifting and changing its shape as it travels through the air, defying normal physics. Placing the two clips side by side reveals a terrifying consistency. The structural shape, the erratic movement, and the blistering speed are identical in both captures. The creator stands firm on their claim that these are astral beings crossing over into our physical reality. Danny Osnea is a TikTok user from Cancun in Mexico who works as a receptionist at a local leisure center. His feed is normally filled with gym fitness routines and daily vlogs, completely avoiding anything paranormal. That all changed on November 25th, 2025. While working the late shift around 10 p.m., Danny noticed some highly bizarre and unexplained activity happening all around him. Watch closely.
Ok, vuelvo a grabar. Ahorita si se dan cuenta las luces ya están apagadas. Vuelvo a grabar porque esto pasa muy... ¿Viste? O sea, mira, vamos a pensar. Son 10:35. Ahorita ya no debe de haber nadie. No voy a poner ni pausa ni nada. Ajá. Tú lo escuchaste. Yo lo escuché. Tú lo... O sea... Veamos. Esa fue una, ¿no? La otra. Tú escuchaste las subidas de escaleras. Como si corrieran. No voy a poner pausa porque la neta... me llaman loco, me dicen es el aire, me dicen son tus energías, me dicen madre y media, pero mira, no estoy loco, no estoy loco, está cerrado. Está cerrado, digo, si lo forzo no quiero romperlo, pero... No mames. Y si se escucha la música, sí, porque yo no tengo control de la música. Llamarte. No lo escucho, lo siento, no es como... No, o sea... mi madre. Me dicen en los comentarios, ignóralo, ¿no? Ignóralo y bueno, vamos a tratar de... de su puta madre. Ay, no, ya.
When we break down this encounter, the level of physical activity is staggering. First, you can clearly hear distinct, heavy footsteps running up the empty staircase directly in front of Danny.
Porque esto pasa muy... ¿Viste?
Just as he prepares to investigate, a bang echoes from right behind him, completely disorienting him. But the most terrifying discovery is upstairs. Danny points his camera into a locked fitness room to find 3 heavy punching bags swinging back and forth. He pans the camera to prove the room is entirely empty and tests the doors to confirm they are locked from the outside. Nobody could have struck those bags with that much force and vanished. To make matters worse, when he retreats downstairs and leaves his phone recording, the audio continues to pick up unexplained noises echoing throughout the dark facility. So, what do you think? Paranormal Witnessers is a TikTok channel based in England. These creators are no strangers to the unknown. They have spent months documenting chilling activity, usually by stepping directly into the dark and exploring abandoned houses in search of undeniable evidence. In this particular clip, The duo has set up inside the living room of a home long rumored to be haunted by a dark presence. What they captured on camera while trying to communicate with it is truly bizarre. Take a look.
This is a child here. Come on in, come and open and come and play. Give you full permission to open these drawers up, these cabinets. Thank you.
Thank you. Look at that on top of the cabinet.
Right on top of the cabinet there, guys.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Tom, I pushed that in. Lock shut. Click shut. Oh my god. Thank you.
Mods, please can we get 1 hour 35 minutes? Thank you very much.
Both investigators are sitting in complete silence, actively trying to provoke or communicate with whatever entity resides in the house. Then, out of nowhere, one of the small cabinet doors on the television stand swings completely open all on its own. It moves with a smooth, deliberate force. We have enhanced the footage and zoomed in closely on the hinges and the handle to confirm there are absolutely no signs of a string, wire, or any physical mechanism attached to the wood. There is no logical or natural explanation for how that door was pulled open. So, was this paranormal? Or was it just a hoax? You decide. We have not been able to track down the original source of our next clip. It has been re-uploaded across the internet with a deeply unsettling backstory. A man living with severe schizophrenia was recording his surroundings late one night. He was speaking to what he believed were his own hallucinations, trying to document the strange experiences he often endured. But suddenly, the video captures something that suggests his nightmare is actually happening in the physical world. Let us watch the raw footage.
You always say the same thing. No. Quit it. Whoa. Alexa, light on.
When we break down this footage, the physical activity in the room is undeniable. A door curtain suddenly begins to move completely on its own. It is subtly pulled to the side, looking exactly as if an invisible hand is tugging at the fabric. This continues to happen, prompting the man to try his usual coping method. He physically opens and closes the drapes, hoping to rub away what he thinks is just another hallucination. But this time, the movement does not stop. The most terrifying moment comes right at the end of the clip. The entire curtain forcefully lifts up off the ground and drops heavily back down just before the recording cuts off. So, what do you think? Kay is a TikTok user who rarely posts on her account, usually just sharing occasional pictures of herself. She works as a nurse in the highly secure lockdown unit of a hospital. But one night, she shared a piece of security footage that sent absolute chills down her spine. The video was captured by the hospital's CCTV system, aimed directly at a dark lockdown room that was completely out of use and empty for the day. Watch very closely. When we break down this security footage, the shape of the intruder is immediately unsettling. You can clearly see a pale, abnormal figure lurking behind a structural support beam in the darkness. It does not look human. The entity is freakishly tall, with unnaturally long arms and legs that move in a deeply bizarre and disjointed manner. Adding to the horror, at one point during the clip, a sudden red light illuminates directly from the figure itself. There is no logical explanation for what this light is, or how a creature with those proportions found its way into a secure medical facility. So what do you think Kay has captured? Share your thoughts in the comments. Zora is a TikTok creator whose channel is typically dedicated to daily vlogs and travel content, remaining completely removed from anything paranormal. However, on March 11th, 2026, she shared a video that drastically broke her usual pattern. While out walking her dog at night with a friend, the two of them noticed something deeply unsettling down the quiet street. Let us watch the raw footage.
What is that? What? What the hell is that?
When we break down this footage, the activity happening down the sidewalk is completely unnatural. Far in the distance, a dark figure can be seen walking under the streetlights. But as Zora points out, the entity seems to be stuck in a terrifying loop. It is actively taking steps, but making absolutely zero forward progress, looking exactly like a glitch in reality. Zora notes that the figure is impossibly skinny, giving it a highly non-human appearance. She also claims the entity is entirely headless. While our zoomed-in enhancements cannot definitively confirm the lack of a head due to the extreme darkness, the bizarre, repetitive walking motion of the unnatural body alone is enough to make anyone freeze in their tracks. Ghanim is a TikTok creator and paranormal investigator from Saudi Arabia. He occasionally broadcasts live explorations of abandoned buildings to his Snapchat audience, balancing these terrifying locations with normal vlogs from his daily life. During one of these live streams, Ghanim steps into a derelict structure and encounters an aggressive entity that forces him to cut the night short. Let us watch the raw footage.
في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم. حصنت نفسي بالحي القيوم. يا جماعة والله العظيم إني خايف قسما. بسم الله والله إني شفت أبو محمد. يا ويلي يا ويلي يا ويلي يا ويلي. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. وش ذا؟ لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله. ثم بسم الله. لا ما أقدر أستمر. لا ما أنا أعتذر منكم إخواني.
The escalation of paranormal activity is immediate and incredibly violent. First, a large water bottle resting on the floor suddenly launches completely on its own directly at Ghanim. Earlier frames in the video clearly show the bottle isolated on the ground with absolutely no strings or wires attached to it. The unseen entity then attacks again, launching a broken piece of that same plastic bottle right at him. Despite the physical danger, Ghanim presses deeper into the building. At the end of a dark hallway, he spots a terrifying dark shadow figure with glowing eyes staring right back at him. As Ghanim panics and backs away, the entity violently dissolves into thick smoke and vanishes into thin air. The seamless way this figure materializes and then turns into vapor is truly bizarre. Ghanim wisely decides to end the investigation right then and there. So, what do you think? Haunted House is a TikTok user based in England. He originally started his channel to document the terrifying paranormal activity that began infesting his home after he purchased a mysterious African mask. We have featured his encounters before on our show, but he completely vanished for months without posting a single update. Now, he has finally returned with new footage showing subtle but deeply creepy poltergeist activity happening right in his hallway. Watch very closely.
Just got back from work. Look at this, what the fuck? I just got in from work and came up here and I heard this knocking noise and I thought, whoa. Light's definitely moving. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nothing happened in this house for ages. Nothing's actually happened for a while, which is why you've not seen me post any videos. It's kind of quietened off since. Someone's still in this house, you want to do that again? Someone's here. Open the cupboard door. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Shit. Oh my god. Like when I first heard it I thought, oh, have I left the windows open? But look, windows are completely closed. There's no draft. Can you hear that tapping? It is, whoa, yes, whoa, 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 whoa. And like guys, just, you know, there's the, okay, I can show this, but look, I know all the fishing line conspiracy theories are in the comments on a lot of these ghost videos. There's no, I don't really know what this is proving, but look, there's no, my hand isn't getting caught in wire. There's nothing there. Can you open the door again? No, 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 right, okay, we're leaving now, we're leaving. That's enough of that.
The quiet and subtle movements are exactly what make it so unnerving. He is filming 2 small storage cupboards in his home when suddenly, one of the doors begins to slowly push open and then gently shut entirely on its own. The space inside the cupboard is far too small to fit a human being, immediately ruling out a physical prank. He even walks right up to the door to give us a very close look, and you can still clearly see the wood moving back and forth. There are absolutely no visible strings or wires attached. Whatever entity is tied to that mask seems to have woken up again. A man named Derek on TikTok usually spends his time discussing philosophy and prophecies. He splits his living situation between Florida and a secluded property deep in the Appalachian Mountains. But during a recent stay at his mountain home, the philosophical gave way to the deeply paranormal. Late one night, Derek heard something highly bizarre coming from the dark woods and managed to record it. Listen very carefully.
Y'all, I just walked off the porch and I came out here to check on the chickens. I just heard, first off, I heard my name. Second off, it sounded like somebody was saying, help me. Hold on. Hold on. Hey. Help. I need help. Eric, can you help me?
In the pitch-black darkness, you can clearly hear a voice calling out to him.
Hey, help.
It says his name, Derek,
Eric,
followed by a plea for help.
can you help me?
The voice is completely monotone, impossibly low, and lacks any genuine human emotion or panic. Locals in the Appalachian Mountains have a very strict rule for survival. If you hear something in the woods, no, you did not. If you see something in the woods, no, you did not. However, far from the Appalachian, there is a bonus video we would like to share with you that will send chills down your spine. Watch very closely.
What the fuck? Go to bed!
We would like to thank you for 10,000 subscribers. We promise we will be back to haunt your dreams very soon.